first trip to the U.S. Virgin Islands actually begins after about a week in South Florida. We have one last delicious Cuban meal and head to the airport for an afternoon flight. The Caribbean is not so easily accessible from Los Angeles, one of the very few things we miss about New York City and its many direct flights to almost every island. But adding the connection in Miami gave us the opportunity to visit two of South Florida's national parks, drive out to Key West, and eat a ridiculous amount of Cuban food. After a relatively uneventful flight, our first views of St. Thomas start to energize us with excitement. Its western cliffs rise directly from the sea, with beaches and bright blue waters here and there. The island has a mountain ridge running the length of it, which for now blocks our view of the northern side and its wonders. After a short taxi, we get off the plane into air that seems full of the salty sea and mercifully less oppressive and humid than South Florida. The airport welcomes travelers with a DJ and shots of Cruzan rum for those that want it. If you were not in a good mood yet, it would be hard not to give in at this point. After grabbing our rental car, Nina and I head pretty much straight to our hotel, which lives just north of Charlotte Amalie's main post office and Educators Park. After climbing roughly 17,000 stairs, we get in our room, relax on our balcony, and grab some drinks. Unlike most of our trips, and especially road trips, our time on St. Thomas and St. John is meant to be slow, and thankfully we start this very successfully. After we feel refreshed, the sun starts to set behind the mountains and eventually we see our first of many downpours. We are also hungry, but still feel a bit lazy, so we walk up and down a few more staircases to get to the terrace restaurant of an adjoining property. We miss happy hour today, but enjoy the rest of the sunset, some drinks, and good food, and wander back once the kitchen and bar close. As an early riser and general morning person, after some coffee I am ready to check out the beautiful post office that lives right down the hill from our hotel. The Emancipation Gardens station was built with funds made available during the New Deal and was opened in 1938. It also contains the only two pieces of artwork in the Virgin Islands that were commissioned during this time. After Nina gets up, we take another walk to the waterfront and then wander through the old town. We meander through small and large streets, explore a market we come across, and pick up some curry roti to bring back to the hotel. This is how a lot of the rest of our time will go on the island, looking at each other and deciding what we're in the mood for in the moment. Now, I understand that creating some sort of top 10 unmissable things would probably tickle the algorithm and get many more views, but this is my first time here, and Nina's too. How would I be an authority on such a thing? There are many YouTubers from St. Thomas that know a lot more than I do. In fact, I have watched quite a few. While you may have to scroll past way too many non-local faces offering best of lists, it is worth seeking the people out that live here. This video is just a trip from the perspective of Nina and I, who picked this special place to celebrate a special anniversary and soak up everything we could in our 4 days and 4 nights. Back a few months ago, Southern California's December weather was dipping into Celsius's single digits at night, and we started thinking about somewhere warmer to spend our upcoming 10th anniversary. What a great decision we made. After such an incredible trip, we spend our final day lingering around the hotel until checkout time, and then find a beautiful beach close to the airport to spend a few hours. We finally try the Bushwhacker, a frozen rum drink full of coconut and chocolate, and appreciate watching the joy of everyone who is here.
Oxygen masks will drop from an overhead compartment. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen.
Our takeoff reveals the beach we were just on and the first cruise ship that had docked since our arrival. This was purely a stroke of luck and made sure the island seemed empty during our time here. Next time, we have to make sure and book our trip during similar circumstances. St. Thomas, we will never forget your hospitality and hope to see you again very soon. Miami, on the other hand, I think we'll be avoiding you in the future.
The flight sec news is we're touchdown early. He starts the gate on us. It's like a lot of planes planes are kind of waiting. The traffic's backed up throughout the past couple hours because of the weather moving out of here. So the plane's actually supposed to depart at 7:30. Hopefully they'll depart on time. We gave the new gate is E2 to Echo 2. Appreciate your patience.